Who is your competition?
Anura and Sajith?
No Ranil Wickramasinghe.
No, never.
"38 presidential candidates in the race for president, and we have one of them with us today, former Minister Roshan Ranasinghe, who is now Sri Lanka's presidential candidate ahead of the presidential election that we have in less than a month away. Good evening and welcome on the show.
Good evening, thank you.
While we see presidential candidates talking about what they're doing for the country, what they're going to do for the country, the changes, the reforms, we heard that Roshan Ranasinghe is going to abolish the executive presidency.
If I become the president of this country, I know how to build this country and how to streamline and how should I work with the team. But unfortunately, I have no trust about the future. That's why that once I elected as president, I want to abolish this. Abolish means no more executive presidency.
So then who is going to be Roshan Ranasinghe's prime minister?
Then we'll contest to the parliament. I'm going to contest as prime minister candidate. Then of course, if people vote me again in the parliament election, I will serve for my country as a prime minister.
Basically what you're saying is that you will abolish the executive presidency when you become president, and then you will have the general election, and then you will again run for prime minister to end up becoming the prime minister of Sri Lanka, is it?
Once we abolish the presidency, we'll go to the parliamentary election. That election to elect prime minister as well as the parliamentarian.
Okay. And are there any parliamentarians that you trust could be on your team? You said you were in parliament before. You were working under a presidency at one time. You said there was corruption.
It's not nice to say by name, but until I abolish this, I have to, once I become the president, I have to appoint a cabinet. Among these 225, there is honest people.
Okay.
There is not higher numbers, very limited numbers. There are some honest, capable, talented ones. So I'm going to appoint cabinet first.
So Roshan Ranasinghe's cabinet will definitely have only the honest people, is that so?
Of course, because even in the future, when I go to the parliament election, I will invite people with good education and practical, who is financially strong or there's a good income source, as well as who is in the social service.
Are there people like that supporting you in the upcoming presidential election?
Of course, yes, yeah. There are many supporting me, such kind of decent, good people, because they need to have a change.
And are they enough for you to end up becoming the president of the country? Is that support enough, the support that you have?
Let's see, that so many intellectuals supporting me as well as people. Only thing is, I said that let the people to see our vision.
We don't see Roshan Ranasinghe on this big stage making promises to people. Why is that?
Because how can I spend such? That election commission call us, all the candidates or their representatives. They ask how much you are willing to spend. Because I saw in the previous local government election commission decided for each voter, candidate can spend 20 rupees. Then I thought I also can, I'm going to stick with it. And I wrote there 20 rupees, my representative. I heard that who came from the Ranil Wickramasinghe, that presidential candidate, they asked 1,000 rupees per one voter. And the SLPP, who is Namal, that 300 rupees. NPP, Andhra Kumar Disanayaka, 250. But I requested only
20 rupees.
20 rupees. Because that also huge amount, 360 million rupees. Okay. I have to take it from my deposits. Maybe I have to sell some properties, as well as because I know because all the business, my friends, and they are in a critical situation because that this government, the entire business people put down, and very difficult to ask them to support me. Otherwise, I have to take it from my business. I don't know the others. Okay, from where this money comes, maybe black money or underworld or the, of course, that the present who is representing the present government, they did enough corruption.
So they are using all of the corrupt money to have their rallies.
100%, 100%. I show it in the parliament. No? That's the reason I came out. And they're gonna spend. And I'm a bit scared about the others. What are the promises they gave to the who is funding for them? Because they can say, okay, once I become a president, we'll give this thing and that thing.
So Roshan Ranasinghe doesn't have anyone like that?
I don't have any personal deal or personal interest. Okay. I want to work for this country in common interest. That is my vision.
Of course, and my final question to you is, there are 38 candidates in the race. Who do you think is your biggest challenge? Or nobody? I'm going to win, it's only me.
Of course, there's a competition.
But who is the competition? There's 38. All 38 are not the competition for you. There should be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, we don't know. Who is your competition?
Anura and Sajith.
Anura and Sajith?
Yeah.
Okay. No Ranil Wickramasinghe?
No, never.
Okay.
For me, it's not going to be a competition.
No Namal Rajapaksa also?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that was our conversation with presidential candidate Roshan Ranasinghe. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, dear. Thank you.